It's a crash that investigators say should have been prevented.
From cell phone records to the exact location of the Attorney General's car, newly released documents detail what happened in the moments before and after Jason Ravnsborg hit and killed Joe Boever near Highmore in 2020.
Ravnsborg later pleaded no contest to 2 misdemeanors, which means he never admitted guilt. Recently, a panel of 9 South Dakota state representatives voted that Ravnsborg should not be impeached, which triggered the release of the investigation files.
Today, KELOLAND's Lauren Solik dug through the hundreds of documents and photos. She joins us now with a closer look at what she found.
The 30-gigabyte file from the state includes dispatch audio, surveillance video, crime scene photos, text message screenshots, and much more. Now available to the public, the documents portray what all went into this investigation. From the 911 call.
I'm the Attorney General, and I don't know, I hit something.
To the next morning's discovery.
Well, I have a dead body in the ditch.
Newly released investigation files detail what happened the night Jason Ravnsborg hit Joe Boever with his car and what investigators discovered along U.S. Highway 14 near Highmore.
His face was in your windshield, Jason. Think about that. I did not know it was a man until the next day. No.
On September 12th, 2020, 2 witnesses saw Boever walking along the north ditch of U.S. Highway 14 with a flashlight. One witness stopped to see if he was okay. On Ravnsborg's trip from Redfield to Pierre that night, investigators found he used his phone for over 69% of the trip. As he entered Highmore, his phone locked and didn't turn back on for 1 minute and 18 seconds. That's when Ravnsborg unlocked it and dialed 911. However, the report states that after leaving Highmore, Ravnsborg's car crossed the rumble strip with the right and left side tires for an unknown reason. Ravnsborg told investigators he does not recall crossing the rumble strips. He says he was looking at his speedometer as the crash occurred.
And then, quite frankly, wham! Okay, I hit, the incident happened. I never saw anything until the impact.
Boever's flashlight was left illuminated next to his body in the ditch. Ravnsborg says he never saw the light. Former Hyde County Sheriff Mike Volek saw the light and said he was just 5 feet away from it, but assumed it was a piece of Ravnsborg's headlight still shining. In the days that followed, investigators reconstructed the scene and searched Ravnsborg's car, finding marks from Boever's clothing. They also searched for any surveillance video to track both Ravnsborg and Boever the night of the crash. More than one investigator determined the crash could have been prevented, including Trooper John Burnt of the South Dakota Highway Patrol, who wrote, "If Mr. Ravnsborg is not driving on the north shoulder of the road, it makes no difference if Mr. Ravnsborg sees Mr. Boever or not. This crash does not occur." The Ravnsborg files also detail his driving history. In the 2 years leading up to the crash, law enforcement officers pulled him over 15 times. He was only ticketed twice. In most of those cases, he received warnings, including in February of 2020 when he was pulled over for going 50 miles an hour on a road with a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit. According to a Highway Patrol document, Ravnsborg told the officer he was the Attorney General, was on his way to a meeting, and felt the speed was necessary. It's one of at least 3 cases where he told the officer his title before receiving a warning. A team of reporters has been combing through these documents today. You can find more details we've discovered on KELOLAND.com. And coming up on KELOLAND News at 6, Perry Groten talks with Boever's cousin, Nick Nemec.
Thanks, Lauren. A jury has found a Minnesota man guilty of distributing fentanyl, which led to 11 deaths in 10 states. Aaron Broussard sent his customers fentanyl, not the Adderall knockoff that they ordered from him.